Welcome to this pictorial tour of Preston Hollow United Methodist Church. Preston Hollow is located in Dallas, Texas. We had the privilege of doing their sanctuary in the middle 70s, and then were invited back in 2017 for a series of 4 remodeling renovation projects. This picture starts at their main entry, and this is the remodeled product. What was interesting about Preston Hollow, they were very fun to work with because they were done with mediocrity. A lot of times churches will select their colors based on the notion that we want everyone not to dislike it. And I understand that's double negative there. But instead, Preston Hollow was willing to say, no, we want to go for it. We want to go for beautiful. We want to push the edge. We want it to be remarkable. And I think as you look at this inside their main entry, you can see, wow, there's a lot of wow factor going on here. In fact, we have had some people tell us that they distinctly do not like this tile. But we've had a lot of other people walk in and just literally say, wow, what have you guys done? So you see, as we walk in the entry, they've got some specialty lighting up above. This is a welcome desk by our good friends at Cinemation Design. They do some amazing products that we love to use. On the right, this glass wall was entirely gypboard before. And so we've opened up with a great deal of transparency between this entry and the fellowship hall, because this entry really is very small. In fact, as we look to the left here in a moment, we'll see into the fireside room. And let's go ahead and click there. And so here we are looking into that. This has a very, very low ceiling from way, way back in the 60s. And the fireplace was in disrepair. This room was walled up as well. And so you can see that we've opened up on the left and the right to really, really expand this sense of gathering and holding and transparency, which we think is really important. We've done some neat branding over here with their logo that they just updated. We've integrated that into stone, a nice updated gray palette, and some really lovely color choices that really came together beautiful. We see the next picture. We see kind of the combination of the high ceiling and the low ceiling, how we've used this coffered LED lighting to raise the ceiling as much as possible. And that ceiling is really quite low. And so we're using some optical illusions to give as much flow of space as possible. They did some really nice things that a lot of times churches just don't have the time, energy, or money to do. Some very nice designer features that really took this up to a nice Dallas, North Dallas standard, and really kind of put them back in the neighborhood that they're in. Again, that seating area is used all the time during the week. It's the living room of the church. The church is able to entertain guests. It not only implies comfort and welcome, but it is very comfortable and very welcoming. We see the branding again, and I'm going to pause here because I want to show you the before, and it's almost too scary to show. It really is quite scary. But here it is. You see the old, tired, popcorn ceiling. We already had these beams to contend with. And so that's where we came in with a coffered effect. And so we actually took the beams both directions. We had this access door to access mechanical units that we couldn't do anything about. You see the old dilapidated fireplace with the brick and the stone. And it really was in need of some help. So moving back to the after, wow. There you see the 2 beams, how we came in, created the rest of the coffers, specialty lighting, specially selected furniture, custom carpets. And really this was done very economically, but it is just really a treasured space. We're going to move down now to the sanctuary, and I want to introduce the team that we worked with because this was a very special team. On the right, we have Russ Rieger. He's the director of music, just a phenomenal long-term staff member. Mark Knight was our committee chairman. Mark has also got a great sense of design, and Mark is part of what helped us push the design envelope to let's go further. Let's go yes, and. Mark just did a tremendous job. This is Jim Gray, and we brought Jim Gray into about 8 of our last 12 projects as a ministry consultant. And Jim was able to come in and help them revitalize their ministry while we revitalized the facility. If it had just been a facility upgrade, they wouldn't be what they are now, which is one of the fastest growing Methodist churches in the United States. But they were able to partner some really fresh ministry ideas with a really fresh new campus, and it's been just amazing. And then Pastor Mike Nichols, Mike has since retired, but he certainly got this church over the hump and positioned in some beautiful ground. And like I say, now they're just growing and vibrant and absolutely on fire. So we'll bounce back into the after, and these pictures are really tricked up. We put in a lot of colored LED lighting. This sanctuary has the ability to be fresh every single week because of the subtle or not so subtle use of color. The church was pretty convinced that they would never ever use the color, but it was just as economic to put in the color as just the white. And even with using the warm glows of morning, we can affect mood. In these pictures, you'll see some of the more dramatic moods that we can convey, but they're not always this dramatic. But this is a pipe organ that we put in, and the new choir chairs, you'll see that the new textured stone that we've lit back here with LED lights so that it really, really accentuates the texture, makes it very rich from a color standpoint, from a textural standpoint. We're on a modular stage by Cinemation Design, another great product that they have. You can see the LED backlighting just adds another dimension. As we pan back, this was a tapestry that had hung in the sanctuary for about 40 years. And so to get rid of that was tricky. So we needed something really, really eye-catching. And so we were able to go back with Keberly design and do a faceted stained glass window and then backlight that. And you'll see some amazing things that we can do with that. Really, really fun, really powerful center to the property. And so you see here some of the effects. Now that we've changed the LED lighting behind the stained glass window to blue, look at the effect that has on your mood. Very, very somber, very in the grave. And so we can really, really help align with the music or the preaching or the message with somber moods or very bright sunrise, resurrection moods, and everything in between. But you see that stained glass window just blued out there. The new projection system, and again, just texture and light up here on the pipe organ, and really, really some fun stuff. The choir chairs, nice custom fabric, great comfortable chair that we use a lot. This is from our friends out of Gainesville. Really, really fun chair. And again, the texture behind the choir. I want to hit a quick look down at the kitchen. We won't look much at this, but city codes required and health codes required the stainless steel down below. It's very difficult to make that really look dressy, but I think we did a great job there. The quartz countertops, new undercut sink, and the upper cabinets with specialty lighting really, really came off nicely. Here is the bride's room. Very scary picture, very difficult to get a good picture in here because it was so dark. And we really just see this space had just gone into misuse. The church wanted to make a real commitment back toward brides and back toward weddings, both as a promotional opportunity for the church, as an opportunity to serve the community, and as a potential source of funds. So they made a big commitment that direction. And boom, there's the after. We did a lot of things. Notice the stone on the right is dark. That's to make the bride look absolutely amazing. The lighting is all geared toward what a photographer would need to really light the space in a beautiful sense. The two-way mirror, and then back behind us is a seating area for bridesmaids with full glass. It is a beautiful space. So just another example of how Preston Hollow was really able to grab excellence and really a fearless approach. And we really commend them. We had a great time working with them. And matter of fact, this month, we'll begin working with them on the next phase of renovation and putting in a coffee shop and a new gathering area for them, which will be extremely exciting. So thanks for your interest in this project. It was certainly a successful one. A lot of great ideas to mine from this project. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out and give me a call. We'd love to talk to you about it. Thank you.